Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemistry Basics. Today we are going to see carboxylic acids part 1, that's the introduction and nomenclature. If you are visiting this channel first time, please subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please share it and press the bell icon button so you'll get the notification of my next video. Now let's go to what is meant by carboxylic acids. So carboxylic acids are the organic compounds which contains COOH group, that is the carboxylic acid group in a molecule. This is the structure. Let's see the classification of carboxylic acids. So depending on the number of COOH group present in the carboxylic acid, it is classified into three classes. Monocarboxylic acid, so definitely it contains only one carboxylic acid group. Dicarboxylic acid contains two carboxylic acid groups, and tricarboxylic acid contains three carboxylic acid groups. So these are the some examples of the respective carboxylic acids. So your acetic acid, if you see here, only one COOH group is present. So this is the example of aliphatic carboxylic acid, and other is the benzoic acid. It is the example of aromatic carboxylic acid. If you are taking the dicarboxylic acids example, so this is the oxalic acid, so it contains the two COOH group. So this one and this will be the second. And if you have one more example of the aromatic carboxylic acid, that's the phthalic acid. So two COOH groups are attached to benzene ring here. And tricarboxylic acid here, so very well known example, it's a citric acid. So three carboxylic acid groups are present here. Now let's see the nomenclature. So as we have seen all that monocarboxylic, dicarboxylic and tricarboxylic acid. So today we are going to see the nomenclature of monocarboxylic acids only. So first we will see the common name or trivial name system. So in this system, carboxylic acids are named according to their source of origin, how they are prepared, what's their source. So here are some examples I have taken. So this is the first example, that is HCOOH. So its common or trivial name is formic acid, as this acid is present in red ants. So Latin word formica means ants there, and therefore it is named as formic acid. If you are taking the second example, that's the acetic acid. So it is present in the vinegar. So Latin word acetum means a vinegar there, and therefore the name is given acetic acid. If you are taking the one more example, it's a butyric acid. So see, four carbons are present, and this particular carboxylic acid is present in the rancid butter. So Latin word butyrium means butter there, and therefore that corresponding name is given to this acid, that's the butyric acid, which contains four carbon atoms. If you have a 6 carbon atom carboxylic acid, so it is known as a caproic acid, so which is comes from the goats, and the Latin word caper, that means the goats there, and therefore the name is given here caproic acid. So in this way, what's their source of origin? So depending on that, the names are given there. Okay, so remember that the common name and trivial name systems. Now let's see the nomenclature IUPAC system. So in IUPAC nomenclature system, you have to select the longest parent chain containing carboxylic acid group. Obviously, this carboxylic acid group should be assigned as the number 1. Then you have to derive the name of parent alkane depending on the number of carbons present in the parent chain. And whatever alkane name you are getting, so that E should be replaced by oic acid. For example, if you have this acid, it's a formic acid, common name. It has only one carbon. Therefore, parent alkane name is methane, and corresponding acid name is now methanoic acid. So we are just replacing this E by oic acid. That's it. So in this way, you can easily give the IUPAC name to any carboxylic acid. Remember this, already I have discussed you. Carbon atom of COOH always assigned as the number 1 in compound. Okay. Let's see some example of carboxylic acid, common name as well as IUPAC names. Suppose you have this one. First member, common name already we have seen. formic acid, and IUPAC name is methanoic acid. If you have a second member, that two carbons, acetic acid, it's a common name, and IUPAC name is ethanoic acid, as two carbons are there. If you have a 4 carbon containing carboxylic acid, so definitely its common name, that's the butyric acid. So it comes from its origin, that's the rancid butter. And IUPAC name, butanoic acid. If you see here, that E is replaced by oic acid here. If you have a 6-membered carboxylic acid, so it has common name caproic acid, and its IUPAC name becomes hexanoic acid. If you have a branched carboxylic acids, then how we can give the common name and IUPAC names? So for branched carboxylic acids, so common or tribal name system involves the designation of the carbons by alpha, beta, gamma. And if you have the IUPAC nomenclature, then numbering method should be there. So now in this chain, at alpha position, methyl group is present, and therefore common name becomes a alpha methyl, as 4 carbons in the chain. It's a butyric acid. So alpha methyl butyric acid is a common name. Now what's the IUPAC nomenclature? So at the 4 carbons in the longest parent chain, it becomes a butanoic acid, and at the second carbon, methyl group is present. So you'll get the 2-methyl butanoic acid, because already we know that the carboxylic acid carbon is always assigned as the number 1. Now suppose you have this compound. So what will be its common name? So this is the carboxylic acid functional group. Now it becomes alpha, beta, gamma. So at gamma position, chloro or chlorine is present there, and therefore the name will be gamma chloro. 5 carbons present, therefore it's gamma chloro valeric acid. So valeric acid is the common name for 5 carbon containing carboxylic acid. And what's the IUPAC nomenclature? So you have to just give the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So at carbon number 4, chlorine is present, and therefore it's a 4-chloropentanoic acid. So these are some examples we have seen. Now let's see some aromatic acids. So aromatic acids are given the names depending on that simple or parent compound. So parent aromatic acid, here it is a benzoic acid. So this is the benzoic acid, so in which COH group is directly attached to phenyl ring or benzene ring. And other aromatic acids are derived from this parent benzoic acid. So if you have this example, so at ortho position you will have a methyl group, and therefore so it has the common name orthomethyl benzoic acid. Or if you want to give the IUPAC names, then you have to give the numbers to this phenyl ring depending on the substituent should come earlier. So this is number 1, and this will be the number 2. So methyl group comes at the second position, and therefore it's a 2-methyl benzoic acid. If you have one more compound here, so at the second position or ortho position, you will have a hydroxyl group, and therefore we can say 2-hydroxyl benzoic acid or 2-hydroxy benzoic acid or ortho-hydroxy benzoic acid. This has the other common name, or it is well familiar by this name. It's a salicylic acid. So remember that this is the method for the aromatic acids. So benzoic acid is the parent for this. If you have a alicyclic acids, then how they are named? Alicyclic acids. So alicyclic acids are named as cycloalkane carboxylic acid. So you have to just find out how many number of carbons present in the cycle, and you have to find out that corresponding parent alkane name, and followed by carboxylic acid words. Okay, so here how many membered ring? 3 membered ring. So 3 carbons are in the cycle, and therefore it's a cyclopropane followed by the word carboxylic acid. So this is the name of this compound. Second, 4 carbons in the ring, so it becomes cyclobutane carboxylic acid. So 5 carbons in the chain, and therefore it's a cyclopentane carboxylic acid. Obviously 6 members, so it's a cyclohexane carboxylic acid. So in this way you can give the names to alicyclic acids. If you have a unsaturated compound, then how we can give the names? So first example I have taken here is a 4 carbon chain which containing the carbon-carbon double bond and carboxylic acid group. So common name of this compound is the crotonic acid. Crotonic acid. But what's its IUPAC name? So as the 4 carbons there, so definitely it's a butane derivative. At the carbon number second, double bond start and therefore it becomes the 2 in, and it's a carboxylic acid. Oic acid is the suffix there and therefore name becomes but-2-enoic acid. So common name is crotonic acid. One more example I have taken here, it's acrylic acid. So 3 carbons in the chain and therefore it becomes the propenoic acid. Propenoic acid. This is the very well known or well familiar compound. This is the cinnamic acid. If you want to give the IUPAC name to this, so you have to select the longest parent chain 1, 2, 3. So 3 carbons are there and definitely it becomes the prop. At the carbon number second, double bond starts and therefore it becomes a 2-enoic acid, and at the carbon number 3 substituent phenyl ring is present, therefore 3-phenyl prop 2-enoic acid. This is the IUPAC name of cinnamic acid. Now if you have 2 double bonds present in the same compound with carboxylic acid, then how we can give the name? So simple, first find out the longest parent chain, so 6 carbons and therefore it becomes the hexa. Double bonds are start at the carbon number 2 and carbon number 4 and therefore it becomes the 2,4-diene, 2 double bonds and therefore it becomes diene and suffix is oic acid and therefore the name becomes hexa-2,4-dienoic acid. So in this way we can give the names to the different carboxylic acids. So we have taken so many examples of the carboxylic acids and their nomenclature. Now let's see some salts of carboxylic acids, how they are named. So if you have a salts, how they are going to be named? So simple method. So that name involves the cation name followed by acid ending with ATE replacing IC acid. So you have to just first write the name of cation and then whatever name of acid which is ending with IC acid, that should be replaced by ATE. You will get the corresponding salt of carboxylic acid. Suppose you have this formic acid, sodium salt of formic acid. So how it will be named? So first take the name of cation, that's the sodium, and it is followed by the name of acid replacing by ATE to IC acid. So IC acid is replaced by ATE. So name becomes sodium formate. Same is applicable for the IUPAC. So cation name, it's a sodium, and if you are taking the IUPAC name, it's a methanoic acid. So all IC acid is replaced by ATE and therefore name becomes sodium methanoate. Similarly, this is the sodium acetate, so as it's acetic acid part, and IUPAC name becomes sodium ethanoate because 2 carbons are there, so ethanoic acid, so IC acid is replaced by ATE and you will get the sodium ethanoate. If you have the potassium salt of carboxylic acid, so you will get the potassium propionate. Common name is propionate as 3 carbons are present in the chain, and if you have the if you want to give the IUPAC nomenclature, it becomes potassium propanoate. Propanoate. Simple or small difference is here. So in common name it's a propionate and in IUPAC nomenclature it's a propanoate. So just remember this difference is propionic acid and propanoic acids, sodium salts. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel, press the bell icon button so you'll get the notification of next video. Share this video, and if you have any questions you can comment in the comment section. So thank you very much once again.